Council meetings are long and boring. Wouldn't it be great if they were short and unboring? This is why I have invented the 5 Make It 10-minute meeting. Woo! Wow. Ooh, okay. Ashland City Council meeting of February 20th. This one starts off with the first proclamation. She says, it's the 150th year of the Ashland Police Department. I would like to thank all the police. And then second proclamation. It is Black History Month, and everyone should appropriately reflect. And then this one says, the Crystallize Our Call, Say Their Name sculpture is close to their financial goals, but still needs a little bit more support. And then this one says, the If I Were Mayor contest for kids is still on, and great. And then a Fire Life-Saving Award. Fire Chief Ralph Sartain shows up. He goes, hey, in March 2023, there was a fire on B Street, and a lady went back into the house to save her cat. And, of course, got stuck in there, and then a bunch of firefighters got there in 5 minutes, and they saved the lady. So 16 people apparently were involved, but only 3 of them get an award. You know, and it's too bad for the other ones, but 3 of them were better than the others. And there's a photo op and applause, and of course, photo op and applause are allowed because they weren't dirty, filthy public speakers, of course. And then the city manager's report, the telecom ordinance comments are online. City manager, Sabrina Cotta, I propose she looks like this. The telecom ordinance comments are open online, and the Community Connect is online, and the community portal is online, whatever that is, but it's online. So it's, of course, on the same crummy old city website. Good luck with that. And then public forum. All right, a hair bun lady said, we are watching Palestinians die on our phones. And 2 ponytail braid guy says, you should sign the ceasefire in Gaza letter we wrote. And a scarf wearing lady said, Palestinians in tents are being bombed. And a gray scarf lady said, 20,000 kids are orphans. Sign our ceasefire letter. And then a cap wearing guy said, standing up against the occupation in Gaza restores our humanity. And another scarf lady said, my phone is filled with photos of dead children. Whoa. And then a full headscarf lady said, call for a ceasefire. And then a guy in a blue vest showed up and said, housing's a problem, and transportation and bikes. And then the consent agenda, all approved, whatever it was. And then public hearing from Finance Director Marion Barry. I propose she looks kind of like this. And she says, here is a purchasing code amendment. ORS, according to AMC, procurement law, GFOA, operational continuity, trusted partner, rule enforcer, INGP, tactical initiatives, and we've added an ethics section. And so interim city manager Sabrina Cotta, she goes, oh man, this has been in the works for 2 years. This was great to do. And this guy goes, hey, I move to approve. You said the word efficiency quite a lot, so it must be pretty efficient. And then this one said, you said ORS, and I know what that means, and synergy, all approved. And then Parks, Trails, Open Space Map. Brandon Goldman, he's the planning department boss of that. He goes, this is the official map for the city. So I'm just proposing that. And then interim Parks Director, Leslie Eldridge. Here she is. There's the icy grip of Rick Lant on her shoulder all times. She says, we already have a park within a quarter mile from every citizen. Why do we need to get more land? I say connectivity and stuff is now our new thing. But I like extending the central bike path from Railroad Park to, I think, Billings Ranch somehow, and then down to Immigrant Lake in some way. And then and then this guy goes, hey, what about the Bear Creek Greenway? And she goes, oh, yeah. What the plan is a pedestrian biking bridge at the end of East Nevada over to the North Mountain Park area. And then there was a public speaker. It's a blue vest guy again. He says, everybody wants a central bike path extended. Get some grant money. And then this guy goes, I move to approve to adopt this open map. I think we should. And this guy goes, I love this thing. This is the best. And then this guy goes, man, you love it. I love it. And then this guy goes, I like it, but some of this land could be housing. So I'm just throwing that out there. And then this one, she goes, yeah, I like that point. I made a good point. I agree with that. But they're all still approved the map, all approved. And then city manager recruitment, the new HR lady, who I don't know her name, and she doesn't get a photo until I really figure out her name. She goes, She goes, if we have RVCOG, Rogue Valley Council of Governments, look for us, it's not a very national net they cast. And this guy goes, hey, how long does this take normally? And the HR lady says, in-house, if we do it, it takes 3 months just to get a bid from a recruiting firm. And FYI, I think Talent just got a new city manager using RVCOG to recruit. And they did it for $10,000, I think. And then they also hired a recruitment firm for just advertising, and then that saying, hey, RVCOG's looking for a manager. So based on that, people were discussing how Ashland could do it, of course. Anyway, back to people. That was just my blabbering. So our options are RVCOG does it all, a recruitment firm and RVCOG work together, and a recruiter, or a recruiter does it all. And the HR lady goes, yeah, that's the deal. And she goes, I just want make sure that HR and the city manager are not involved in promoting candidates, quote unquote, through the process so that they have no influence in, quote, hiring their own boss. I think she makes a good point. See how that goes. And then this guy goes, there's no need for this. I've been drinking Sabrina Cotta's Kool-Aid for months, and she's great. Delicious Kool-Aid. Let's just keep her. And everybody else was like, well, let's slowly get a recruitment firm and RVCOG working together and try and find a new city manager that way. And then this one goes, she goes, I move we ask for bids from some company to recruit our new city manager. And this one says, I don't like that for some reason. Couldn't figure it out exactly. And then this guy goes, oh, we shouldn't vote for any city manager stuff because there's going to be an election in the fall and then new council a year from now. So why should we vote? Why should our vote affect them? Which means in that logic, why vote for anything if there's going to be an election coming up? Man, Sabrina Cotta's Kool-Aid must be amazing. So the vote was 4-2 to hire a recruitment firm. These were the two no's, and there were no said yes. So it's happening. And then the natural hazard mitigation plan. Kelly, the fire guy, who's right, looks like this, and he says, please approve this addendum to the Jackson County mitigation plan, please. In 2018, earthquake was our #1 hazard mitigation concern. But now it's fire, obviously. And so we want to change that up. And then this guy goes, this is great, but I fly planes. So why doesn't this talk about me? Talk about the airport. Huh? Why? Huh? What about me? What about airplanes? And then this guy goes, well, process. It'll happen. It's just going to happen. And then this guy goes, hey, what about to change the plan? I don't know what to ask. I want to sound smart, of course. I'm going to say a lot of words. So what about reflection and pointing back? Yeah, that's a question. Reflection and pointing back. And then this guy goes, well, we're going to continue to work on it, and we will bring it back over and over again until it gets better and better. That's the way it goes. And then this guy goes, I think an evacuation should be on the very top of this form. Evacuation for wildfire evacuation, that's the most important thing. And then everyone talked about being scared of fire season. And this guy goes, so I say, this is just hazard mitigation and required for a county document so that we can apply for grants. And then everyone was like, we need a full evacuation plan before fire season in 4 months. Can all the evacuation info be put into this plan? And he goes, yes, but please pass this today, and then we'll work on the extra information you want later, please. And then everyone was like, because people ask us about fire season all the time, and we have no idea what to tell them. And he goes, yes, got it. Please pass this. Please, just pass this, please, then, and then we'll go do the other stuff. And it was all approved. End of meeting. You're welcome.